Hello, it's Whitney Wiley, and thank you for joining me for today's 5 and 5. What do you use as a tool to keep track of what's going on in your life or how you're feeling, what you're grateful for? One of the great habits you can have is journaling. And I know a lot of people probably think of journaling as something girls do, young girls do with, diaries and journals. But a journal is simply a tool that you can use to help you accomplish anything you want to accomplish. So, I use a journal that's a combination journal planner. I also have a journal for a number of different purposes. And depending on what it is I want to capture, I have a different journal for it. There is a general journal that I keep track of and chronicle what's happening in my life. You know, uh, Things that are important that happen during the day, things that I'm thinking a year from now, 5 years from now, I might want to remember what was happening on a particular day, how I was feeling, and what I did to turn that around so that I can keep track of things that are successful. The further we get away from an event, the more our memory is either enhancing that memory to something that it wasn't, or it starts to fade away. And so, wouldn't it be nice to have in real time what was actually going on, what your thoughts were, what your feelings were, what actions you took? The other part of journaling, I think that's really important, is to share your feelings, to vent even. Because one of the things, and I was having a conversation on an earlier taping about stress, and we were talking workplace stress in particular. But one of the things that happens that creates stress is when we bottle things, when we tamp things down, things that are bothering us, whether it's in the workplace, in our personal lives, in relationships, whatever it is. If we don't take the time to memorialize what we're thinking, what we're feeling, particularly opportunities to vent, then we bottle it up and our stress level rises. And one of the things that we are not interested in doing is raising stress levels. Another great use for a journal, or to have a particular journal, is gratitude. Gratitude is the fuel for happiness. It's the fuel for dreams, and it's the fuel for making things happen in your life, for actually moving forward. When we are grateful, science has said, the studies prove this out, that we are happy when we live in an attitude of gratitude. Keeping track of our hopes and dreams, our goals and our plans, and not just personal, but business related goals and dreams, business ideas. You journal them. You can keep them separate from your personal journal if you like, or you could keep it all in one place. I keep mine separate, but you journal what your plans are, and people that you're connected to or that you want to connect to, so that it takes shape. And again, here I am with science. Science proves that the connection between the brain and the hand, when you actually handwrite things, it makes a connection, neural. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm going to pretend that I understand the science, but there's some neural connections that are formed, and synapses that are firing off, and it propels you forward in what it is you're trying to do. And the other thing, I had a thought going back to gratitude. One of the things that gratitude does for you is it can help you flip your mood. Now, I talked about using your journal to write your feelings in the event. I absolutely believe you need to feel what you are feeling. And a journal is a great place to let that go, to feel it without judgment, without worrying about whether or not you are, bringing other people down. You can get it out. It keeps you from maybe taking actions that you would regret later, or saying things that you might regret, because it's just between you and you. But then when you add gratitude into that, once you've gotten that out, that gratitude will help you to flip your mood. It will basically, you get to flip the script, and you get to move on from a better place than the place you were in when you sat down to write. So the bottom line is this, and I'm a big believer in this. You get to use your journal however you want, for whatever you want, in any way that you want, that helps you do what it is you're trying to do. And ultimately, that's the bottom line. So, an example of something you could use the journal for is, let's say you've got a desire to move up, get a promotion in your organization. You can start making the plan for that in your journal. It starts with your hopes and your dreams. It's a thought. And then you develop the goals in a plan, and you express gratitude for what you have going on right now, for the job that you have, for the training that you have, the skills, the abilities, all the things that you have that you can move to the next level. You can express gratitude for the ability to learn. And maybe there's some gaps in your knowledge or gaps in your experience that you need to gain, and you can journal and keep track of how you're progressing and moving toward your ultimate goal and the vision for your life. So, like I said, however you want, write in it whatever you want, use it in any way that you think will help you move to the next level. So share some thoughts that you have about journaling. If you have a journal, how you use it, share those in the comments. I'd be interested in hearing how others are using this tool and the habit of journaling to move their lives forward. So thank you for stopping in for today's 5 and 5. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.